Hey guys, it's Autumn here, and welcome to a first time reviewing products kind of video. As you can see from the video, I am using Gouache today. I am using the Reeves brand water soluble gouache. I am showing you all of the colors I'm swatching. There are 18 in the package I purchased. They were actually reasonably priced, which surprised me because compared to the Winsor Newton gouache, where you get 6 tubes for $60, this was 18 tubes for $15. I also had a coupon when I purchased this set, so it was about $8 instead. The color variety is very, very pretty. There is a lot of warmer tones and a very equal amount of cool tones. There's a lot of reds and oranges and yellows, but it is very beautifully balanced by the browns and the greens and the blues. Actually, brown's a warm color, isn't it? You know what? I know what I meant. There is a black and a white that is included. I only show swatching the black. The white you can't see. I used it to see how opaque it was on the paper I was using, like if it was an off-white or just a white. It is a very white. It's not off-white at all. So, if you don't know, I tend to work a lot more in watercolor than anything else, and a lot of the people I watch tend to use gouache as well to accentuate pieces of their work. I have never before used gouache, and I figured this would be a good time to use it considering how cheap this set was. For how cheap the set was, though, I will give it that it had very, very beautiful tones. The colors were very vibrant. They didn't have that, they are cheap paint type of thing to them. They felt very good. They felt like they were a more expensive brand of like watercolor tube paints. The one issue I was having though was the amount of water to the amount of paint that I was using. I wasn't sure if I should go the more acrylic route where it is more paint than water, or no water at all depending on the technique. And I was unsure if I made it too watery, would it just not cover as well as it should have. So I tried to go for the middle ground. I think I went more watercolor than acrylic gouache or acrylic style painting than I should have, but I did try. After I'm done swatching all of these, which is only a little bit longer, I go into a painting that I'm not loving, but I wanted to show you what I did for the first time using gouache. I wanted to try to use as many of the colors as possible and mix them in a way that could create a finished piece. I will be doing a finished gouache painting on Monday when this video goes up, and I hope that will come out better than this smaller piece did. Granted, the smaller piece wasn't something I really took a lot of time to sketch out. It was just something that came into mind. I drew it out and then I painted it. But I think for what it was, it didn't come out badly. Okay, so here are all the swatches that I did. I did a close-up because you couldn't tell from the way the camera was angled when I was doing them. The peach is actually more of an orange, but because of the color balance on my phone camera, it tends to look more of a skin tone, which I appreciate given the way that the skin tone on this painting looks in real life. So here I am actually not going in with the peach. I tried to mix my own skin tone and found that it was extremely orange. So instead of continuing with this orange pigment, I only used it as highlighting for more of a softer, warm tone because it was like an orangey pink color, so like blush. So I did that, and then I went in over top of most of this with just peach. Maybe a little bit of red mixed in, but mostly the peach. It took me a while to get a flat color lay down, and I don't know if that's just because it was my first time using the gouache or if that is just something that happens with this. I went in with the burnt sienna on the hair just because it was a basic color and I didn't have to worry about mixing because I didn't want to worry about that. I really wanted to go in and just try and paint something I was proud of in the end. So for the darker areas on the hair, I used the burnt umber, like you can see I'm doing now. I put that in the shadow areas, and when I was painting the hair, I accidentally covered up the jawline, and instead of going in and automatically removing and fixing it, I left it so I could go back in with the peach over top and use it as a shadow on the jaw. I do the same thing underneath the neck as well, and I go in and I try and blend that as smoothly as I possibly can, so you cannot tell I made that big of a mistake. Right now I'm blending the hair so it has more of a soft shadow instead of this very harsh, obvious one. I do this on the roots of the hair as well, just to add some tone variation. And the eyebrows are also the burnt umber color. You'll see that I continuously go in and tweak the skin tone, trying to make it less of an orange color, but to you it looks more like I'm layering it. Wasn't intended, but that's just kind of how it came out. When I'm done with the skin tone, which should be in a few minutes here, I believe I go in and I do the eyes, or I start with the lips. The lips are very, very vibrant red. That was done because I didn't know if I could make it lighter without ruining the effect of the paint. And I lined the lips in the burnt umber as well. The eyes were the, I believe, emerald green. If not the emerald green, they were the leaf green, just because it was so bright and I wanted them to stand out. I had a hard time making the eyes look like they were popping, but they ended up looking more very flat and sad looking. I outlined the eyes in a black just so it looked natural. And I am also doing some shadowing for the hair, but trying to not make it obnoxious, because I found when I was painting it that it looked too harsh of a shadow. So I put more peach over top of it again. Here I am smoothing out the eyes so the pupils are not as defined as they were, because they looked kind of silly, but I ended up accidentally removing that hard shape completely from one of the eyes. This part is where the video cuts. I paint in the shirt as if it's a shawl. I believe I get at least the base color down. I am using the lake blue for this, and you'll see that I'm covering my pencil lines, but that's because I still am able to see them in when I'm done painting over the shirt. I tried to use more water on this part, or I tried to use more paint than water on this part, so it had a very smooth texture, but you'll see that you can still see my brush strokes, which is something I do go back and fix. You'll see now that it skips ahead a little bit. I am putting shadows on. I'm not a huge fan of the way the shadows came out, but always room for improvement. And then I will be putting a gold circle in the middle and then purple around the edges, or purple emanating out from it. That is meant to be kind of like the embellishment for this piece, so she doesn't look so flat and plain on the page. I did the leaves with my filbert brush because I love my filbert brush, and little purple pieces around so it didn't look as bland. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Overall, I really enjoyed using the gouache paints. I felt they were very smooth to use. The colors are very, very pretty. And I think I just need some more practice, and then I should be better at this. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you can see the next video that I do. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone!
Hey guys, if you like this video, be sure to check out another one over there, and if you want to see the full playlist for this series, check out over here. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone!